We've all been there. You're delivering a presentation, feeling confident, and then suddenly someone asks a question you didn't see coming. This can definitely be nerve-wracking, but it doesn't have to be. That's why in today's video, I'm going to share strategies to help you handle difficult or unexpected questions like a pro. So let's dive straight in. The first and most important step is to stay calm and composed. It's completely normal to feel caught off guard by a challenging question, but your reaction matters more than that question itself. If you start to panic, the audience is going to pick up on that. Instead, take a deep breath and pause for a moment. This brief pause can help you gather your thoughts and show the audience that you're taking the question seriously. A great tip is to use phrases like, "That's a great question," or "I'm glad you asked that." This gives you a little extra time to think and makes the questioner feel acknowledged and respected. Now, sometimes the question might be unclear or complex. In this case, it's perfectly fine to ask for clarification. You could say something like, "Just to make sure I understand, are you asking about?" Or, "Can you explain a bit more about what you mean by?" Asking for clarification does two things. First, it gives you more time to prepare your answer, and second, it also shows the audience that you're genuinely interested in providing a thoughtful response. Next up is a technique called bridging. Sometimes a question can seem unrelated, or it may take the conversation in a different direction. To handle this, acknowledge the question and then gently steer your response back to your main topic. For example, you might say, "That's an interesting point. While it may not directly relate to what we're discussing right now, it does bring up an important aspect of," and then link it back to your key message. This way, you respect the question without getting too sidetracked from your presentation. Now, let's talk about a tough situation when you genuinely don't know the answer. It's tempting to try and come up with something on the spot, but this can actually harm your credibility. Instead, be honest and say something like, "That's a great question. I don't have the answer right now, but I'll look into it and get back to you." This response shows humility and a willingness to follow up, which can actually build trust with your audience. You could also invite others to contribute, saying something like, "Does anyone have insights on this?" It turns a tricky moment into an opportunity for engagement. Finally, if you're running short on time or the question is too detailed to cover on the spot, you can use a technique called the parking lot. You might say, "That's a fantastic question, but it's a bit outside of the scope of today's presentation. I'll note it down and we can discuss it in more detail afterward." This strategy shows that you respect the question and are willing to address it, but it also helps you keep the flow of your presentation on track. So to recap, handling difficult questions is all about staying calm, seeking clarification, bridging your answers, being honest when you don't know, and redirecting when necessary. The more you practice these techniques, the more confident you become in handling unexpected moments during your presentations. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more presentation and public speaking tips. Have you ever faced a challenging question during a presentation? Also, share this experience in the comments below. I'm Nova from Prezi's marketing team, and I wish you success in handling difficult questions with ease. Have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!